The Algoma Public Library Board of Trustees met on July 18th. Our summer reading program for children and teens ended on July 21st. We had just over 100 children and about 22 teens sign up for our reading program. Our outdoor movie was held on Friday, July 22nd. We were very lucky with some great weather and had just about 300 people attend. Thank you to the Algoma Community Development Committee for sponsoring this event again this year. We are again holding our annual school supply drive throughout the month of August. The donations will be handed out to local teachers from public and parochial schools during our annual teacher meet and greet held on August 23rd. Donations can be brought to the library during our open hours. We'll once again be having a story walk on the boardwalk from August 9th to August 22nd. People can walk the boardwalk and read the story Today is Beach Day by Nancy Beal. Memory Cafe will be held on Wednesday, August 10th at 10 a.m. The library recently received donations from the Lions Club to be used for large print materials. We also received a grant from the Algoma Utilities. With this grant, we will be able to continue to put together our kits for children and families. We also received a donation from the 4-H club, the Bolt Buccaneers. We will use these funds to purchase new children's books focused on farming, farm machinery, dairy, and farm animals. The board looked at and discussed the beginning of the 2023 library budget, as well as reviewed some library policies. Our next library board meeting will be held on August 15th at 4 p.m.
Hi, I'm Erin Miller, and I'm the clerk for the City of Algoma. I will be recapping the meeting minutes from the Common Council meeting on July 5th, the Finance and Personnel meeting on July 19th, and the Special Common Council meeting on July 19th. The City Council met on Tuesday, July 5th. Midge Swedberg will be taking the vacated seat in Aldermanic District 2. She was sworn in after the approval of the agenda. Welcome, Midge. After approval of the bills and the receipt of the committee reports, Ken Weinog from the Algoma Chamber of Commerce did a presentation on the 2023 Viking Cruise that is coming to Algoma's marina next year and in 2024. The Chamber is working with the cruise lines to plan destination stops locally for those aboard the ship to promote the City of Algoma and all of the wonderful things our city has to offer. Stay tuned for more details on that. Temporary Class B licenses were approved for the Democratic Party of Kewaunee County and St. Mary's Parish for their upcoming events. A combination Class B liquor license was issued for 322 Steel Street to Andrew Bradle. He will be opening Ruse that is located at 322 Steel Street. 2 new members are going to be on the EMS department. We are happy to welcome Ray Savi as an EMS driver and Andrew Bronkhorst as an EMT. The council passed the following resolutions. Resolution 1133-2022 is a resolution that authorized the Algoma Utilities to voluntarily contribute $4,606 to the American Transmission Company for capital needs. Resolution 1134-2022 is a resolution accepting the Wisconsin Coastal Management Program grant. The council then had a lengthy discussion about the Algoma Medical Center, or the Algoma Long-Term Care Unit. The topics ranged from the facility assessment, which was then tabled to the Finance and Personnel meeting, operations transfer agreement, status of the sale, and the separation packages and agreements. A motion was made to withdraw the proposed severance agreements, making them null and void, and allow the council to compare severance package and a retention benefit package to assist the new owners. After a roll call vote, the motion carried with the yes votes by Mehring, Meverden, Dashlet, Schmidt, and Lautenbach. No votes were Pabick and Boer, and Swedberg abstained. The council requested that the administrator reach out to the realtor and the buyers and have them attend the next Finance and Personnel meeting to give the committee an update on the progress of the sale and the next steps, and to discuss addendums to the operations transfer agreement as it relates to the accounts receivable and other areas. Administrator Murphy gave a report on the following. The 2022 Street and Utility Project. It's ahead of schedule. Fire and Rescue is responding to calls from the street shop while the construction is going on. Seal coating of some of the city streets has begun. The CDBG project is on track. August 1st is the anticipated closing date of the last property. Robert E. Lee and Associates is preparing the bid documents for abatement of the asbestos and for demolition. Open book is to be held on July 21st at 4 p.m. and the Board of Review will take place on August 18th at 4 p.m. The assessment roll is available in the clerk's office at City Hall for viewing. The next election is August 9th. The polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. If you have any registration questions or questions about the absentee ballots, please contact me. Mayor Haskell announced that Governor Evers would be visiting the city of Algoma on Thursday, July 7th for the Main Street Bounce Back Grant Awards. The next meeting of the Algoma City Council is to be held on Monday, August 1st at 6 p.m. The committee then went into closed session as it relates to Wisconsin Statute 19.851C, and this was in regards to the Medical Center Office Personnel Compensation Review. After closed session, a motion was made to move forward with the post-sale bookkeeping duties for the Algoma Medical Center with Carol Nell as an employee of the City of Algoma at a rate of $40 an hour plus retirement benefits not to exceed 300 hours. After a roll call vote, all voted yes, the motion carried. The meeting then adjourned. The Finance and Personnel Committee met on Tuesday, July 19th at 4 p.m. After approval of bills and the agenda, the old business was discussed as follows. Alderman Meverden gave a brief update on the status of the proposed public safety building. The ad hoc committee is working with Bayland Builders to have renderings of the building with a few different options as far as everyone being under one roof and a phased approach. Bayland will have numbers and renderings at their next meeting on August 8th. Administrator Murphy spoke about expanding the city limits. He is currently working with the county on this. There is a need for more housing in several of the surrounding communities as well. Under new business, the following topics were discussed. Medical Center Facility Assessment. After review of the assessment document that Administrator Marsh provided the committee discussed different ways to reword certain areas to remove opinion and stick to the facts. A motion was made to have City Administrator Murphy work with Medical Center Administrator Marsh to remove the opinion from the document and stick to the facts. Medical Center Facility and Contract Update with Fremont SNF OPCO LLC and Fremont SNF PropCo LLC. Sam Folman, the buyer of the Algoma Medical Center, was in attendance at the meeting. He spoke about what his team is doing to continue moving forward with the sale. They are diligently working on benefit packages for the employees and hope to have them at least 2 weeks prior to the closing date of the sale, so that way the employees can review them and the benefits can be in full effect on day one. The committee members addressed concerns they had with the operations transfer agreement. After discussion with the realtor, city attorney, and the new buyers, it was requested that an addenda be put together for the council to review as it pertains to the employees, ARPA funds, accounts receivable, and the closing date. A motion was made to enter into a management agreement with Sam Folman in the amount of $1,000 to begin on August 1st and end on September 1st, the date of the sale. This agreement is outlined in the current operations transfer agreement, Section 6. The last topic under the old business is the Medical Center Severance Package and Retention Package. The committee discussed possible options for a retention program instead of a severance package. PTO payout versus PTO transfer was also discussed amongst the committee. Attorney Stefik is looking into the legalities of one over the other. After discussion, Administrator Murphy recapped the 3 things that need to happen prior to the next meeting. Attorney Stefik looked into the PTO payout plan versus carryover rollover to a new employer. Number 2, retention package assembly for the council to review with 2 different options. 3, WRS contribution dollar amounts for employees who are not fully vested and are not covered by the buyout to get them fully vested. And the committee is looking for the number that the employees would forfeit, the medical center's portion. The next meeting date is Tuesday, August 16th at 4 p.m. The committee then went into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.851C as it relates to the public laborer position. After closed session, a motion was made to recommend to the council the hiring of Jeremy Iwin as the public works laborer. The meeting then adjourned. Immediately following the Finance and Personnel meeting, a special council meeting was held. The meeting was called to order by Council President Meverden at 5:51 p.m. as Mayor Haskell had to excuse herself during the prior meeting for a different engagement. The two topics under new business, the first was Public Works laborer position. It was approved via a motion to hire Jeremy Iwin as the Public Works laborer. Welcome, Jeremy. The mayor had let Council President Meverden know her wishes to appoint Wayne Schmidt to the Redevelopment Authority with the vacancy created by Romden's resignation. The council accepted her appointment of Wayne Schmidt and motioned to add him to the Redevelopment Authority. The meeting adjourned, and the next meeting will be on Monday, August 1st at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Hello, I am Kelly Koss, the EMS Director for the Algoma Fire and Rescue Department, giving this month's report. The Algoma Fire Department responded to 5 calls this past month, which makes 42 calls year-to-date. The Algoma Rescue Squad has responded to 34 calls this past month, which totals 276 calls as of now. The paving operations have started on 3rd Street and State Street, and the construction project we hope to be completed by the end of this week so we can turn all of our fire and rescue apparatus into the fire station. The Algoma Fire and Rescue Department wants to thank the Public Works Department for allowing us to use the city shop during this construction project. A leak was discovered in the fire station boiler during last winter's heating season. Currently, Becker Boiler Company Incorporated is working on making the repairs. The Algoma Fire and Rescue Department members participated in the Algoma Night Out on July 9th, held at the Algoma High School. Algoma Fire Department members assisted with the Blessing of the Fleet, the VIP Smokehouse Jamboree, and the FFA Alumni Food and Beverage Stand at the Kewaunee County Fair this past July. Andrew Martin and Kemp Captainist have resigned from the fire department. Both are moving out of our coverage territory. We want to thank them for their service to the city of Algoma and the surrounding townships. Algoma Fire currently has 10 openings on its department. Anyone interested in joining the department should please contact Chief Ackerman at 920-255-3671, or you can email him at afdchief@algomacity.org. And lastly, the EMS Flex Grant has been submitted to the state, and we are waiting for the results.
Hello, I'm Matt Murphy, the City Administrator and Director of Public Works for the City of Algoma. And the Public Works Committee had met July 19th at 8:30 a.m. here at City Hall. And a couple of the key points of the Public Works Committee meeting that were discussed. One, the 2023 budget is underway, and here in August that process will start at the committee level, where we discuss any wants from anything in the committee that get brought forth and get ready to start to prepare our line item budget for 2023. A couple of the things that are going on, I guess, it's still going on. The 3rd Street project is about complete. The 28th, they put the binder mat down on 3rd Street, July 28th, and the 29th, Friday the 29th, they're expected back northeast to put the final mat down, and we are hoping to have it opened up by the eve of the 29th to through traffic without any restrictions driving through there. You should be able to park. The street department will be painting crosswalks on Monday, 1st of August, to try to get ready. And the next big thing that's coming up, the Shanty Days weekend. We will start to get prepared to get the city ready for the Shanty Days downtown, the Shanty Days Parade that starts up on the west end and travels east all the way down back to the Shanty Days grounds. The City Public Works Department also has a new employee starting, Jeremy Iwin. We'll be starting with the City of Algoma at the street shop on August 8th on a Monday, and we look forward to getting him started. So our next meeting will be August 16th at 8:30 a.m. back here at City Hall. Thank you very much. The Parks and Rec Committee met on July 18th at 5:30 p.m. down at the Youth Club, Knutson Hall, And a couple of the things that were discussed, obviously preparing to get ready for Shanty Days. The youth club will be closed to the kids on Shanty Days weekend, Friday and Saturday. There will be no open youth club. Because of the Shanty Days that takes place, more or less surrounds the youth club in Knutson Hall. We feel like it's the safest to have it locked up that weekend, that the club will not be open. A couple other things is we are working on getting bids to get our concrete pad laid down for the pavilion that needs to be built, or the lean-to, I guess, just to the east of the club, kind of a little shelter. That was the big discussion this month at the Parks Committee, and the little library is moving ahead. That will also be placed just to the east-southeast of the youth club, kind of in between the club and our stormwater pond. So that's moving ahead. They have a gentleman that is building that, and as soon as that is built and ready to be installed, the street department will help in assist of having that installed. The Parks and Rec next meeting will be August 15th at 5:30 p.m. down at the youth club. If anybody has any concerns, we wish to see you there. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Randy Remiker, the Chief of Police for the City of Algoma, here to give you the report for the Police Department for July of 2022. I'd like to take a moment to say a special thanks to Trish Schmidt, who on July 27th completed training for our department. She helped us certify all our officers on CPR and defibrillator for this year, so thank you, Trish. I do appreciate that. Another notice was a National Night Out. We had a great turnout. Roughly 300 people showed up over by the high school and had a good time, so I'm glad everybody who came out enjoyed themselves and had a good time. Back in the police department, we are still dealing with a shortage of staffing issues and are currently 19% over budget for our overtime. We are looking at hiring some more part-timers. We do have some part-time people who are being trained up right now. And recently we just put in for a grant for 2022 COPS hiring program. And we were able to get a grant for $7,000 starting in September, which we'll be using to buy police cameras for the officers. With working with the schools for the school resource officer, currently waiting to hear back from the school board and the school to find out what their needs are going into the next year. With summer code enforcement underway, we have currently up to 108 citations or warnings given out so far. Citations, we've issued a total of 15. As far as properties turned over for City for Action, mainly cutting of grass, there's been a total of 9 properties. In parking tickets, we're currently at 20 right now. As far as the rest of the department, as far as traffic citations for the month of June, we issued out 18 citations and 24 warnings. For year to date, we're up to 132 citations issued with 122 written warnings. For arrests, we've so far to this year, at the end of June, we have 18 arrests compared to last year with 15. Cases submitted to the district attorney's office for prosecution. Those are the cases who are not actually arrested that night but turned over for further prosecution by the DA's office. We're more than double compared to last year. Currently, we've submitted 42 cases compared to last year at this time, which was only 18 cases. Calls of service for the past month of June were 153 compared to last year, 124. Year to date, at the end of the month of June, we're currently at 783 calls of service compared to last year with 680. Unfortunately, this has been a big increase compared to last year, 15%. What we're seeing in Algoma is an increase in drugs investigations and drug issues extending from the corridors coming from Green Bay and Milwaukee. A lot of our cases and types of calls have more than doubled over the past year. Those being assaults, citizen disputes, domestics, drug equipment, drug investigations, harassments, hit and runs, OWI, PD accidents, sex offenses, threatening calls, trespassing, and vandalism. Once again, we are struggling with these issues within the city, maintaining everybody's safety and preserving people's quality of life. We do ask, if you see something that doesn't look right to you, be it a person, be it a vehicle, please take a moment and call us so we can look into it. Having said that, I hope everyone has a great day. Take care and be safe.